Alright, so I got a new Monarch 3 scope. This is a 3x12 power FFP, first focal plane scope. It's my first focal plane scope I've ever shot. I've always used the secondary focal plane scope. And so what that means, for those of you who don't know, as you zoom in, as you increase the magnification, the crosshairs are going to get bigger in size. They're going to increase, and making it so all your subtensions, meaning those dots or lines underneath your main crosshair, is going to be accurate at any magnification. On a secondary focal plane, whatever magnification you're set at when you sight in, you need to be at that if you're going to use your subtensions. Your X is always going to be on, but your subtensions will be off if you change like from a 3 to 9. So I went with first focal plane. So if I'm on 3 power or something, a coyote comes in and they start running, and I don't have a chance to zoom in or something, I can still use the subtensions. If they get 300-400 yards out, I can use that subtension and know where to aim. So wanted to try it out. I like it. There's pros and cons. Sometimes having a bigger crosshair at further distance is going to cover up your target, but it doesn't seem to bother me so far. I've shot this just a couple times so far, and it's pretty nice. It has the BDC reticle on it, where it has the subtension I'm talking about, where it has the holes underneath. Like you can put in online on Nikon your caliber and what powder you have in there, how fast it's cooking and going, and you'll be able to see what those subtensions should be. So I like that about it. I learned a lot from a good friend at work about the optics. I didn't know what first focal plane was like 2 days before I bought this. So I'm not the expert. I have good friends that are very knowledgeable to help me out. But I wanted to do a comparison between these 4 scopes. So I got a Simmons 3x9, very basic. I have a Bushnell Ultra HD. I think it's called Legend. I think these go for $189 or so. I'm not even sure if they still sell them. Then I have a Leupold VX2, high quality scope. I don't know the price on it. Nikon Monarch 3, that's one of their top of the line. It's more expensive. So I went through these and checked them out, and obviously Simmons is the lowest ranking. It's very dull. This Ultra HD does very well, actually. It's brighter, but the VX2 is bright, but it's almost got this yellow tint to it that I don't really care for. But the Monarch 3 just seems, it is brighter. It doesn't have that yellow look to it. And this is an old scope. I don't know. It's still good. Leupold's great. But I do like the Monarch 3. I do have a sunshade coming for it. But this is super bright. When I first got the scope, before it was on the gun, I pointed down the street without the gun, just the scope, and just looking at the house numbers, and I could see the white, like it was the white, whatever, 1, 2, 3. It was so much like more clear that it was white, versus when I looked through the Bushnell, they were like a light gray. That really made the colors pop out. I like it. With it being on like 3 power, the crosshairs and the subtensions are really small, so I don't really like that. But coyotes are so, probably keep it around 6 or 7, maybe a little lower. But coyotes is a small target. So anyways, I like the scope. Looking forward to using it for some coyote hunts. This gun's pretty dang heavy for a coyote gun, but it's accurate and it'll reach out there pretty dang far. So that's kind of my take on the Nikon Monarch 3, I'd say it's definitely top out of these 4 scopes, and you know, it'd be interesting to see how it does against the other, you know, the Leupold VX3, some of the Zeiss, what other competitors are out there, you know. I just wanted to get kind of the advice from my dad was, you know, get the best you can afford. And, you know, I use this stuff. I'm out here quite a bit, and so you want to get the best you can afford, even if it's going to cost you a little bit up front. It pays when you're out here and you need something. You got to see it low light. End of the day, it's good to have quality optics. So it's good investment. Thanks for watching.